We are 12 middle and high school girls at East High School in Rochester, New York, and we are passionate about the food we eat. Most of us love to eat meat. This is the story of our 3-month exploration about meat in our world, in our community, and how meat impacts our lives. We are Science Stars, students tackling authentic and relevant science, and we confess, we know very little about what is in the food we eat, where the meat we eat comes from, and how it impacts our body and our environment.
The question is that I like food.
I never paid attention to the facts about my meat. Before I started this project, I didn't care about where my meat came from.
I eat a lot when I play video games.
I learned a lot from Science Stars about meat, but I still eat a lot of meat and junk food, and it's really good.
Is that I rather eat junk food than healthy food.
And my addiction is caffeine.
My confession is I eat a lot.
But I just forget about it and just ate what my mama cooked for me, and I just ate it. I really didn't think about it or nothing like that.
So, where does the food we eat every day really come from? Our story begins at home. My mom, who has been cooking for over 30 years, made us a traditional soul food meal and brought it to East for us to share. Fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, potato salad, and cornbread. I interviewed my mom about how important this food is to us and our family and where she gets the meat.
Local markets. A lot of my bulk meat I buy from the meat markets, which is more easier to get to sometimes, and they have more varieties of what you want. And then when I want my specialty meats, I go to Tops, Wegmans, the local groceries to get specialty meats.
What choices do we have about what meat we eat? What is available to us personally in our everyday as we travel from home to school and the other places around Rochester, New York? One thing we notice about our school neighborhood is that our food choices are limited to fast food restaurants, pizza joints, barbecue, and corner stores. A few of us have the money to eat there every day, and none of us know where any of the meat comes from that we buy at these places. That leaves us with 2 options: our school cafeteria and Meadows Cafe. With permission of Darka Torres, our cook manager, we explored the kitchen of our cafeteria, a place where very few students get to see. We found a lot of processed foods taken frozen from boxes and heated up in ovens. Very little was prepared fresh. All of the meat was frozen and already prepared. Darka explained to us that all of our food in our school district comes from one source, Airmark. All the food that comes from Airmark comes prepared. We asked Darka if she thought the food the district buys for East is healthy.
Yes, they make sure, okay, like the chicken patty. The breading on it, that's whole grain. I mean, they've taken a lot of salt out of stuff.
We want to know, are all cafeteria lunches like this? We decided to check out a different school cafeteria to see what other students in the Rochester area eat every day and what choices they have. We visited the Harley School, a small private school just miles from East High.
But we have fresh salads every day, tons of fresh, fruits always an option, all sorts of different sliced vegetables available and things along those lines. Good 40 items every day.
Oh yeah,
at least different 40 fresh vegetables and fruit out on the salad bar every day.
We are amazed at what we found. Clearly the students at the Harley School had a lot of healthy choices every day. Our other option at East is at the Meadows Cafe. Meadows Cafe is a small cafe ran by Chef Jeff, who teaches culinary arts. All the food sold at Meadows is prepared fresh by East High students.
Well, everything we serve in Meadows is all fresh. There's nothing that's processed. There's nothing that's, we get it at its raw state, purest state as we can. It makes sense because I have to teach the kids how to cook.
Meadows is always packed with enthusiastic students excited to try fresh fish fry, breakfast sandwiches, salads, and roast beef and potatoes. But few East students can access meals. Meals cost at least $3 to $7 for students who do not work in the cafe.
Meat is a good source of protein in our diet, but the kinds of meat you eat, how the animal is raised, how you cook it, and how much you eat can impact your health. We found out that eating meat that has been cooked at a high temperature or fried can raise the risk of cancer and heart disease. Research suggests that grass-fed beef is higher in vitamin A, vitamin E, omega-3 fats, and beta-carotene than grain-fed meat, and that chicken and pork are lower in saturated fat. We also discovered that many of us eat a lot more meat than we should. Our portion sizes should be the size of a computer mouse, but often are much larger. But now we were even more curious. If eating certain meats could hurt our bodies, how could eating meat hurt our environment? Is the meat that we eat every day bad for our world?
We've taken one of the most elegant solutions to food, this closed loop. This cow eats grass, manure fertilizes grass, we eat cow, an elegant solution, I love that phrase, and turned it into a disaster with two huge problems, where now we don't have fertilizer to feed our corn and we have a huge pollution issue with our manure. These things used to go together in this system where the manure became a benefit and it was our fertilizer. Now we have manure as a problem and we have no fertilizer. So we have to dump chemicals on the soil to fertilize it. We've turned an elegant solution into a nightmare.
In a grass-fed system, cows eat grass and then poop. That manure fertilizes the grass, and the cycle creates an elegant system that Chris is talking about. However, in the grain-fed system, cows are on feedlots that have no grass and are fed corn. We add chemicals such as fertilizers and pesticides to the corn in order to make it grow, since it's off-site. On top of that, when the cow poops, there's no place for the manure to go. So it becomes a waste pollutant and a huge environmental issue instead of natural fertilizers to the grass in a grass-fed system. Feedlot systems create two major problems: chemicals and manure waste, ruining what was once an elegant solution to our sources of meat.
Do we really want our food to come from this or from this?
So what do we do about all this?
As stars, we realize that this film is step one is having a voice in the food options we have at school, and this is why it is important to us.
And I care how the animals are treated. I wouldn't want to see an animal living in its own crap. I mean, that's just sad, and then we have to eat that. And I just would like to know what I eat.
It's just sad not knowing what you're eating, because you don't know if it can damage your body or something.
So I want to know what I'm eating that's not healthy for me, because I just don't want to be eating nothing. Next thing you know, I'll be in a hospital or something. I don't want
And we eat what's look good to us, and when we eat what's look good to us, it's somewhat not healthy for you. And the majority of things that you do eat is not healthy whatsoever.
We need more choices in every meal.
It teaches me the different ways that farmers treat their animals, and it helps me learn what I really want my animals to be treated like and the way I want to eat it.
What kind of health issues it can increase, because I want changes in school lunches.
I'll have the chance to put the word out there about the cafeteria food and Meadows Cafe's food, because students here really do not like the school food because it's either nasty or doesn't taste good or other reasons.
So what can we actually do to get better access to higher quality meat, less processed food, and healthier food options at our school? We got a few ideas, some little ideas, and some big ideas. We think our school cafeteria should provide us with higher quality, non-processed meat options, but that is a grass-fed and good for our bodies and our environment. Meat that is prepared here at East, not pre-cooked and heated up. We want all of our food to taste good.
Color is good, healthy is good, but we really care about taste.
We think we deserve a seat at the table, like the students at the Harley School. What if we ate less meat? What if we didn't eat meat at all?
Hi, I'm Charlene. I'm a star, and I stopped eating meat about 3 months ago because through stars I found out how the animals have been treated and what they have been fed through the factories.
We don't think everyone has to stop eating meat to be healthy, but we do think that eating smaller portions of meat and having more non-meat protein sources like beans and tofu in our school cafeteria would be healthier for all of us. Our journey started with meat and has given us an awareness of our world, our community, and our choices. We care about the food we eat, and we want to make a difference. Our documentary is only the start. Stay tuned for more to come.
We're under pressure. 7 billion people in the world trying to fit in. Keep it together. Smile on your face, even though your heart is frowning. But hey now, you know, girl, we both know it's a cruel world, but our world